Health and Hygiene courtesy of Horizon Trust Gambia Limited, a charitable NGO. Abdullah Baji reports.
Trust Gambia Limited is a charitable organization supported by its parent group Horizon UK is helping in the improvement of healthcare delivery in the Gambia.
Quality care, that's what we are going to be talking about throughout. In that light, he's already been involved when he's in UK in various charities in Scotland. That's why our two friends here from Scotland, that's why they are here, because they work with him on a day-to-day basis. He therefore formed an NGO in the UK they are called Horizons UK, which is a charity that is initiating, we, if you like, are the guinea pigs for that. Horizons UK is not limited to the Gambia. But we are the first arm, we are Gambians in that group, who are going to support a charity that is in the Gambia, which is Horizons Trust Gambia.
The group organized a two-day training program on maternal health and hygiene practices for health workers from across the country. Participants are drawn from different health facilities with members of Soapbox Collaborative of the University of Aberdeen who are experts in infection prevention and control, providing training for the participants. The issue of preventable infections is a major cause of the high rate of maternal and child deaths in sub-Saharan countries.
We should have the passion and commitment to say zero tolerance. There should not be mothers and babies still dying of infections, preventable infections. But that means hard work, it means coming together. And so, as Dr. Njai says, the Soapbox Collaborative is a new initiative. I need to acknowledge that. My university that enables me to come here. The NHS in Scotland that has enabled us to have my colleague Jenny join us. But in particular, it's the people in the room, it's the ministry, it's the Horizons Trust Gambia. You here on the ground can make the difference.
For his part, the World Health Organization country representative, Dr. Thomas Sukwa, commended the organization for the initiative and called on stakeholders to make best use of opportunities available to incorporate activities aimed at promoting this particular program.
We are planning for the next biennium, 2014-2015, our cooperation agreement. And I think this is an opportunity where if you need any technical support, which is our strength as WHO, this can easily be incorporated in the program budget that is to come in 2014-2015 between the WHO and the Ministry of Health.
The Deputy Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, Omar C., hailed the organizers for the training, which he says is timely and important.
It offers us an opportunity to broaden the family of partners engaged in health sector development in the Gambia, particularly the new partners like Horizons Trust Gambia and Soapbox, who are joining in to make valuable contributions towards our national priorities of reducing maternal, neonatal and child mortality in the country.
The Health Ministry officials spoke of the need for the training of more participants. WHO, he says, can serve as mentors in supporting healthcare workers in ensuring effective infection prevention and control in all maternity units in the country.
It is my fervent hope that this workshop will help us to revisit the simple procedures and practices that are supposed to be in place to assure clean and safe delivery that will help us control and eliminate infection before, during and after delivery.
The initiative by Horizons and Soapbox UK and the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare forms part of efforts to achieving MDGs 4 and 5. Reporting for GRTS News, I am Abdullah Baji.
Well, time now to take our first break. When we come back, we take a look at news from outside the Gambia. Stay tuned. Welcome back. A women's university in Quetta remains closed after this weekend's deadly bus bombing targeting female students. A Pakistani newspaper says security forces are on high alert for more attacks. Militants also carried out another attack on the hospital where victims were taken on Saturday. Details in the CNN report.
Remains of the bus, packed with university students heading home when it was bombed. The fire that followed was so fierce it melted everything. Even 2 days after the attack, the sickening smell of burnt flesh still lingers in the air. Yasmin Baloch was on another bus right behind the one that was bombed. She was the first girl in her family to make it to university. I was sitting by the window when the bomb went off, she tells me. I had no idea what happened. Everything went dark. Then I realized I'd injured my legs. I cried for help, hoping someone would save me. Her leg is broken. She has burns all over her body. The shrapnel has cut her face, and she's worried about whether her hair will grow back. She goes on to tell me, the people who did this are very cruel. We're just students. What did we do to them to deserve this? In the intensive care unit of the hospital, Farzana Pervez worries about her critically injured 20-year-old daughter. Part of her daughter's skull is missing. We are really poor people, she says. My husband has worked hard to send our daughter to school and university, so she could have a better future than us. She was supposed to have an exam today. Investigators are now going through the wreckage piece by piece to identify the exact nature of the blast. 12 young women are now confirmed to have been killed in this deadly bombing, all of them students at the university. A senior intelligence official told CNN it was a female suicide bomber that targeted the young women students. But the bus bombing may have been a decoy for something even bigger. As ambulances rushed the injured to the government hospital, the hospital itself came under attack. Gunmen and 2 more suicide bombers. Among the 14 dead were 4 nurses and 4 paramilitary soldiers. Hundreds of people were held hostage, but today it remains sealed off and shut down, guarded by paramilitary forces. Pakistan is still struggling to absorb the horror of these attacks, aimed at young women merely trying to get an education. 3,000 young women come from across the country's largest province to study at this university. Yasmin wants to be a teacher, and she won't give up now. She says, we won't stop learning because of the people who attacked us. Education is everything. As soon as I get better, I'll go back to university with even more drive and hope. Simon Morsin, CNN.
Well, back to our top story, where the President, His Excellency, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Jammeh, has reaffirmed his government's commitment to use all the available resources in developing the Gambia. But this, he said, will be meaningless without the participation of the country's youthful population. The President was speaking in Lamin, Kommonot, Monday evening as the dialogue with the People's Store enters the West Coast region. Abdunjai reports thousands attended meetings in various areas in the Combos.
The President is slowly winding up the first leg of his dialogue with the people tour with meetings in Sanyang, Lamin, Block, Subano, Fraba and Busura. The tour has from the beginning availed him the opportunity to respond to demands of the public, while teaching the virtues of responsible behavior and a change to the status quo. He carried this message with him across the North Bank, Central River, Upper River and the Lower River region. And that message is being sounded again and again in the West Coast region, with the Gambian leader telling people in the coastal settlement of Sanyang that he is grateful. They stood by him from the transition, lavishly supporting his programs and policies, daring him to take on the future. And for that, Professor Jammeh said he cannot pay the people of Sanyang, but will do all that he could. He went on to promise to expand the water and electricity supply into Sanyang, take over and upgrade the community-managed health post, and to build a senior secondary school for the village before the end of 2014. With the provision of the lands by the Alcalo, the President said the announced projects will be completed in no time. With regards to fishing, the President vowed to end the monopoly currently held by foreign nationals in Gambian markets. With the changing of